Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, Court of Owls, the Gotham Knights, and we also have DC Fandome events here in the horizon. I think it's a very exciting time to look forward to because for years we've been waiting for one of the Warner Brothers studios that is in charge of the DC IPs to make a game. Now, today's video, we're going to be looking at combat systems, but instead, what we're going to do is we're going to take it bit by bit, and today I want to start out one of the Gotham Knights, and that is Nightwing. Before I jump in any further, a like would be appreciated on the video, and if you want to join the community, you can hit the subscribe button. That's also really nice too. So, the Court of Owls in the Gotham Knights theme is basically being taken from the New 52 comics. Based on a lot of the research I've done, I think my evaluation is somewhat spot on. Yes, there are other elements being taken from other comic lines, but I think the 52 line really does tell the story very well. In fact, we saw the Owls chasing Barbara Gordon in the really short DC Fandome event trailer. Now, I was playing Arkham Knight just a few nights ago, and I was just trying to figure out what are the combat abilities of Nightwing. And you know, even though these combat abilities that Nightwing had were quite decent in Arkham Knight, it's highly likely that we probably will not see a lot of them in the Gotham Knights game. But nonetheless, it is something to still take a look at. So right now we've seen basically Batgirl, some of her combat abilities. We've also seen a little bit of Robin. If you go and look through the trailers, you'll see Nightwing doing some spinning kicks and all of the above. And you also know that he has his Eskrima sticks, which are actually a very unique part of his combat mechanics. And again, the way that the developers actually showed some of their gear in the past on Twitter, it appears to me that gear and their items that each individual, component makes up their suits is probably going to influence their combat in a specific way. And this is something that is worth exploring, and I'm hoping that the developers themselves will actually bring this at the DC Fandome event. Now, if you take a look at his special moves that are in Arkham Knight, he has a move where he tosses his Eskrima sticks. He has another move that has an area of effect ability where basically he hits the Eskrima sticks on the ground and there's a small area that it affects, and every enemy NPC that's in that specific space gets stunned really fast. And then he also has another move where he basically joins both sticks and it shocks people around him. So pretty much they gave him two area of effect moves, and then they also gave him another move that is a projectile of some sort, but the projectile is quite complex. It bounces off of enemy NPCs and probably automatically selects a few of them that it hits and knocks some to the ground. Some of them it doesn't knock to the ground. Now, I think this arsenal is a little lean, but again, in Arkham Knights, they developed the game with about 6 or so characters in mind when it came to combat. I think it's more than 6. You have Robin, you have Nightwing, Batman, you have Catwoman, you have Batgirl, Azrael, and then you have Red Hood. I think you also have Harley Quinn. I think that's 8. So I mean, it could also be argued that they had to basically use as much time as they had to kind of spread out as much unique abilities that they wanted for each character. And so when you come to think about it, how are they going to structure the combat mechanics in the Gotham Knights game based on these characters? Is Nightwing going to be able to level up his Eskrima sticks? Is it going to be at a point where he has his own skill tree where as you're getting more XP, you're unlocking different abilities when you do your playthrough per character? Or is it going to be an instance where it's just like the, other Arkham games, where Batman has his own skill tree that is based on XP that you can unlock sequentially? As you unlock one ability, you can unlock an enhanced version of that ability, or as you unlock one ability, you can branch to another aspect of the skill tree. These are very important aspects because this is really going to influence what our playtime will look like. Now, I made a video just prior, in the prior week, talking about the potential of the game to be by probably a 60 to 80 hour game, and it depends on how they actually structure the strengthening of your character or the knight that you choose. I think that really is dependent on how long the game is going to be. If you have to level up skill trees for all 4 knights, if you have to get gear for all 4 knights to be able to get them to be stronger, then I can see how you're going to be playing the game for a good amount of time. This could be a little worrisome, but again, we have to really see exactly what the progression mechanics look like. But nonetheless, I think this is a very important thing to look at and perhaps see how the team at Warner Brothers Games Montreal is going to depict and represent Nightwing, because it will be nice for some of the Nightwing fans to see some of the things that really did make Nightwing super cool in Arkham City and in Arkham Knight, to see some of those things kind of make their way into the Gotham Knights game. And if they don't, there's nothing wrong. I mean, if the Warner Brothers Games Montreal team have decided to take Nightwing into a fresh system, give him some fresh moves, that would also be something that I believe strongly will definitely, you know, show that their capability and show that they're actually making their own original game from a mechanic perspective. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be bringing another video with another potential Gotham Knights playable character. Maybe they might be a DLC character. Maybe they may be a character that, you know, is certain that we will probably see them, and we'll continue this conversation pending the DC Fandome event. Talk to you guys in another video. Thanks for listening. Peace out.